First of all, you want to get your hands centered on the bar. You want to make sure you're out far enough so you don't hit the rack. And also make sure you have a spotter. All right, ready? Up. Bring it out a little further. Good. Now up. Now I'd like to hit right about here, just below. Now push straight to my hand. Good, that's it. Straight up. Now if you notice, he's keeping the pressure off of his delt, but putting more on the chest. The grip on this is very important. Ready? One more. Perfect. Back. Now if you notice, I had to move the bar out a little bit. Why? Because I'm trying to take it off of his delts and put it more on his chest. The reason we're doing the incline press because it gives us that little added flavor to the upper pec. Bottom line, you don't need flat or incline when you have decline. But if you want that added little bit, you got to go both. A little beyond shoulder width apart, keeping the elbow slightly forward. I give him his hand off. Bring it down, elbow slightly to the front. Up, elbow slightly in front, and that's it. You see a lot of guys that go all the way down to the pec. It's not needed because you opened up your shoulders to injury. So I always try to stop a little before. When you have a spotter, always try to let the spotter bring it back and move it forward for you. That's less likely putting more stress on your shoulders. Now that you've seen the other two exercises, you have seen flat bench and you also seen incline, we now are going to go to decline, which is the most complete exercise that you can do for chest because it works all phases of the chest. The reason I say that is because the way you move and push, it takes you from the bottom all the way to the top. Up and out, take it out a little further. There, and bring it down to here. Press straight up. Good, there you go. Okay, don't bring the elbows too close to the front. Right there, that's it. Good. Okay, now try not to touch. So here, right there, now go. When you touch my hand, push up. Up, there you go. Keep the tension on the pec. Perfect, good. If you notice his elbows are slightly out, keeping the pressure off the delt, put more on the pec. If you notice, on the decline press, when he wants down toward the bottom, it not only hit here, but it works its way all the way up. It don't completely fill in the upper pec, but it's there. You feel the whole chest working. We hope that these three movements can make you have a complete chest. This is the only way you're gonna have that chest looking really nice and full, is do all three exercises. Exercise we're going to perform right now is going to be called the drag curl. Feet shoulder width apart, hands just outside. Now you're going to complete this movement by dragging up the body. Notice his wrist is locked in the position. As we go up, no forearm play, but all biceps. Now the reason we're performing this drag curl is because we don't want to get the shoulders or the forearms involved in this movement. You only want to do anywhere between 3 to 4 sets. This next exercise is called reverse grip curl. You're gonna grab it in a pronated grip. That means your thumb's on top. You're gonna bring it up, locking the wrist, keeping the forearm out of the play, all this bicep and brachialis. Squeezing the lower back, bring it up, squeeze. Perfect, there you go. Brachialis muscle pushes against that bicep, make it nice and full. There you go. If you notice there's no bend of the wrist. You wanna do anywhere from 12 to 15 reps, 3 sets each. Always remember to get what? A pronated grip. You can get a false grip or thumbs around. This is my favorite. We call it the 21. You're doing 7 from the top, 7 from the bottom, and 7 all the way. Now you can confuse that muscle a little bit by changing it up. First of all, we're gonna have our feet apart, shoulders back. We're gonna grab that weight just on the outside. As we pick it up, lock it back, and we're gonna bring it up to the midpoint. 1, there you go. 2, 7. Now you bring it to the top, halfway down. With 7 counts. 7. Now you go all the way, top to bottom. 1. There you go. 2. That muscle is going to be fatiguing now, but what you're doing is confusing that muscle. Why? Because now you just started all over again, but top to bottom. That's called a 21. This exercise is called seated dumbbell incline curls. We're gonna have our feet propped up on the dumbbell so that presses your hips into the pad. Shoulders are gonna stay back, and you're gonna alternate the dumbbells coming from a dead hang, contracting at the top. Now, if you notice, once he passes his leg, he does what? He contracts that bicep by turning the wrist. There you go, good, perfect. Alternating, it allows you to get a little bit more rest in between, and you're able to curl it harder. Tobias and I are now going to perform a high cable pull. And what this is all about is getting a contraction on the bicep. What we're gonna do is grab the cables, and we're gonna bring that arm in and squeeze. Now, if you notice, at the end of the movement, he what? Drops the wrist on it. There you go, good, perfect. Do it again. Squeeze in, keeping the body slightly forward. Don't do a lot of it, but really force that muscle to contract. Get the wrist to stay straight, locked, bring it into the arm. Don't use the forearm unless you really have to toward the end. Here's another favorite exercise, and it's called the spider curl. Has to be done simultaneously. As you go up, squeeze in, trying to keep the anterior delt out of the movement. There you go. If you notice, his arm is not going forward to pull, but he's coming straight up into what? The bicep. Wrist is locked, forearm stays out of the play. Here we go. Keeping the anterior delt out of the movement, making sure you contract that muscle where? At the very top, wrist straight, locked in the position, keeping the forearm out of the play. This exercise is called the preacher curl. All right, here we go. Medium grip, contracting up, lowering it down, full extension of the arm. If you notice, there's no shoulder play. He's not dropping down, pulling from the shoulders. He's only using what? His bicep. Always squeezing at the top. Why? You get better contraction. Your contraction only starts at the top of the movement. The slower you move up, the more contraction you have on the bicep. Charles Glass here. You know, I've been in this business for over 35 years and enjoying it more now than I did then. And I've also got a new webpage, GODFATHERBODYBUILING.com. Also, you can check me out, new ebook coming out, a lot of good stuff coming in. So we got a membership page, you can join if you like it, if you don't, it's okay. But bottom line, you'll learn a lot of stuff from us. Please check us out.